Okay, namaste everybody. Happy yoga practice, whatever day you're tuning in. Today is Saturday and we are in the rocket training. And so today we're focusing on rocket 1. And so we are going to feature the rocket 1 seated sequence. But I would like to start with a little bit of a medicine yoga warm-up and also incorporate some cross training into our practice today. Basically, cross training just helps you strengthen different parts of your body using your own body weight and using Pilates for your core. Okay, so we're going to start in seated. And I'm going to put you in front of me so I can see everybody. All right, so we're going to start in seated. Just go ahead and take your right foot in, your left leg out. And see how big a shape or distance you can make with your right hip. So rotate that right hip all the way back, Steph, or to the side if you can, Steph. So it's at a diagonal. So this is not Janu Shirsasana. This is more of like a, yeah, there you go. And eventually the top of your foot will face upwards, shining to the sky. And we're going to inhale and reach up. And we're going to go to a side stretch, reaching into that straight leg and reach and extend. So take a couple deep breaths. And I was just remembering Larry Schultz, the creator of the rocket, and how sometimes when we were ready to go and we were ready to do rocket 2, he would slow us all down and he would get us into take us through a modified primary. Go ahead and inhale, come up, take your right arm underneath your left, wrap up your elbows like an eagle, tuck your chin and lift the elbows. Take 4 deep breaths in your upper back and shoulders. Good. And so as we're connecting to the Ujjayi breath, we want to connect deep down into our pelvic floor in Uddiyana Bandha. Good. Last breath and release. Go ahead and switch sides. Left foot in, right leg out. Or opposite for you. Okay, so get that nice space here. Feeling the hip rotations, flexing the right leg, reach up, inhale, side stretch. Good. Notice where you feel the asanas today. And so really the practice is in our mind, right? So what are we focusing on and what are we listening to as we're practicing? Good, last breath and inhale, come up and then take your left arm underneath. Good, and pull up your elbows, tuck your chin. Good, one more deep breath. Good, and release. worries. Good. Go ahead and bring your feet into Baddha Konasana or butterfly. Good. Lift through your chest. 3 deep breaths, lifting Mula Bandha. Good. Warming up through the hips and exhale, lengthen forward. Good. Inhaling and sit up. Go ahead, let's exhale and lay down on our back. Hug your knees into your chest. And lift the legs, raise your head, and we're just going to paddle in 100s up and down, heating up our core. So this is just some of the cross training. Lower your feet forward, 2, 3, 4. Back up. And roll yourself up. Exhale, step into downward dog. Good. So downward dog is not only just about warming up your hips and your hamstrings, but we're really warming up our shoulders. So as we're exhaling and melting our heart towards the legs, just notice that effect in your shoulders and upper back. 2, 3, and inhale, come into a high plank, shoulders over wrists. Okay, be careful you don't sag your hips. Best to keep the hips a little bit lifted, okay? Now shift forward and back for 5 breaths. 2, use your heels. 3, warm up those wrists. 4, and exhale, chaturanga. Good. First upward dog, shoulders back. A little different here. We're going to come down onto our tummies. We're going to work 3 cobras or upward dogs. So first, check in with your hips and make sure your feet are about 6 or 8 inches apart. Good. Relax the hip flexors down into the floor. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Inhale and roll just halfway, kind of baby upward dog. And down. Inhale, come up again, a little higher. Good, shoulders back and down. Good, on this one we're going to lift the knees off the mat. Inhale up, knees up, and exhale, downward dog. Good, breathe deep. Good. So especially if you are planning to teach Rocket, we kind of have to be in a mindset of being a yoga instructor as we're practicing. And what I find is when I introduce Rocket is sometimes they like a little slower warm-up for a new group of people. So keep that in mind. Let's look up at our hands, feet together. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Holding the forward fold for 3 breaths. Focus on the shoulder roll. Roll shoulders away from neck. Good. Contemplate the earth beneath your feet as if you have eyes on the bottom of your feet. Looking down into the roots. Lift your chin. Inhale, raise up, reach. Exhale, Samastiti. Good. Again, inhale, raise arms. Exhale, open and go slow in a swan dive. Good. Inhale, look up. And you can step back or hop into chaturanga. So going slow, good stuff, lower down. Good. Inhale, work the energy through your big toes in upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. So we keep in mind that the rocket also goes at a slightly faster pace. So we're really cultivating a 4-count inhalation and a 4-count exhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Bend your knees. All right, puppy pose. Drop your knees almost all the way down to your mat and then hop forward. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Ground feet, inhale. Shine your roots as you reach up. Feel like you are a tree today. Exhale, Samastiti. Good. So on this one, put all your focus way down, low, low belly for those floats. Inhale, raise arms, low belly. Exhale, low belly as you fold. Look up from your lower core. Jump back from your lower core. Go right to low push-up. Inhale, upward. Exhale, lift and pull in as you go to lift to downward dog. Good. With your head dropped, push into your first fingers and thumbs and just feel that effect in your arms and shoulders. All right, so again, now this is really where those float ups stuff happen, is from your lower core. So bend your knees and then see if you can just inhale, ready? Use your core to float, float, float. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, Samastiti. Good. So just like to break that down a little bit, Steph, is with your hands kind of forward, you want your feet just to come up an inch. So let's all do that actually. So step back enough so you can bring your hands flat and then just push and get your feet to come up an inch. Just an inch. Yes, that's what we want to keep working on. Boop, boop. Exhale, back to chaturanga. Slide the feet back. Upward dog. Downward dog. All right, so this is where we're kind of playing around a little. Jump to seated, lay down. We're going to practice straight leg stretches. Our legs come up. That's right, be confused. Grab your right leg, lower the other one down. 1, 2, switch. Head lifts. 2, 3. And switch. 2, 3. Good. And so really focus on how your hips are rotating when they're coming forward. The left hip, almost let it rotate out slightly, okay? So that means your kneecap will rotate to the left, and then your right kneecap will rotate to the right, just ever so slightly. That's it. That's going to go right down into your hip sockets. Good. Lace your hands behind your head. Pull your knees in. Push both feet out 3 times. 2. And then pull your knees in, roll your lower back up. 3, 2, and exhale, downward dog, jump. Bend your knees, float. Stand or to standing, halfway look. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up with straight legs. Good, Samastiti. Take a breath. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. Inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Look up. Float back to chaturanga, exhaling. Good. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right foot steps forward. Inhaling, step the right foot up. Good. Square the hips. Warm up your legs, right? Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Okay, left side forward, step. Inhaling. Good. Exhaling, hands down, core. Now open your hip flexors. Press the pelvis slightly down and forward and lift to downward dog. Four counts in, 4 counts out. Last exhale. Bend your knees, ready, float. Feet an inch off the floor, look up. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, Utkatasana. And exhale, Samastiti. Good, and again, inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Fold, gaze up. All right, so working on the float back. So pretend you have socks on. Lean forward to your fingertips, come to your tippy toes. Slide the feet back and drop. Upward dog. Downward dog. Right foot forward, Vira A. Loosen the shoulders. Good, Heather. Exhale, chaturanga. Open the hip flexors. Downward dog. Left foot forward, inhale. Loosen the shoulders. Exhale, elbows point back. Upward and downward. One more deep breath. Inhale, bend the knees, jump. Forward fold. Utkatasana. Samastiti. Use your gaze. Okay, so keep your palms together. Bend your knees and reach the fingertips straight up at center. Look to thumbs. Move from center as you fold, Uttanasana. Look to the horizon. Exhale, stay centered, chaturanga. Up dog, lengthen the neck. Down dog, look at the toes. Right foot forward. Again, palms together at center as we inhale, look to thumbs. As we exhale, flow, core engaged, chaturanga. Look to sky. Exhale, look to toes. Left foot forward, palms at center. Swing the arms up, good. Exhale, swing forward, lower, push up. Open the hip flexors. Press to downward dog and breathe. All right, feet together, right leg lifts up, warming up the hips. And then let's switch our feet, other side. Good, exhale, foot down. Jump, lengthen, Really get extension here. Fold slower. Notice how you have the control. Bend the knees, come slowly into upward dog or into Utkatasana. Good, and even slow into Samastiti. Okay, different, right? We're using a lot of techniques today based on pace as well and tempo. All right, we're going to go to rocket sequencing. Utkatasana. Interlace your hands, reverse the palms. Take the hips back and breathe. Lower your chest, Ardha Utkatasana. Lengthen and extend. Feel longer than you ever thought you could feel. Feel space at the top of the hip creases. That's it, Steph. Drop your chest, pull your arms up higher. Bakasana. Bring your knees onto the backs of the arms and pull your feet towards your glutes. So you're pulling up. Everything's super engaged. Good. Float back to Chaturanga. Good. Upward dog, downward dog. Right foot forward, Virabhadrasana A. Virabhadrasana B, we're going to open the stance today. So scoot the left foot back, lunge more in the right knee. Make sure you're not pulling too far forward or too far back, but find your center. Straighten the front legs, step in a little, reach, and exhale to the right. Notice where you feel it as you engage the edge of the left foot. See if you can feel the left hip bone opening space and pressing slightly forward. Exhaling, twisting triangle, square the hips. Bringing the right arm up. Lengthen through the side of your torso. So roll the right hip back and lengthen and open through your shoulders. Exhaling, both hands to the earth. Inhaling, raise to warrior B. So let's get a nice wide stance, everybody. And we're going to actually take our right hand on the inside of the foot and bring the other arm up in a T. And so I really like this one for the shoulders because they're nice and even. You can also gently push your arm into your leg to help you turn more open. Grounding through the left foot, raise to warrior B, and then offset the left foot to square the hips. Arms reach up, twisting prayer. Lift your back heel to work on the bind. Take your right arm behind your back. Yep, that's it, Steph. Yep. Slide your hand around your waist. And then push into the back foot. Maybe you can bring your heel back down. Exhaling, look down, hands place. Step back to Chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. All right, without letting your knees touch the floor, come to dolphin. Lower to your forearms. Clasp the hands together. Feet together. Inhale, right leg up. Good. Let the practice speak for itself. Switch your legs. Good. And now first child's pose of the practice. Take it to the floor. All right, elbow stands. We're going to set our forearms down, almost parallel to each other. Spread your fingers, bring your hands in a little closer than your elbows. Good, maybe not that much, Heather. Open your hands about 1 more inch apart. Okay, now lift up your knees and flex through the left foot. Lift it up. Good. If you're already there, go for it. Lean forward on your tippy toes and see if you can lift the other leg. Flex your foot as much as you can to find your balance. Good. Good. And on the next one, you can use the wall, but that's just the warm-up, okay? Let's lift into downward dog and step our left foot forward into Virabhadrasana A. Good. So feel your bones. Feel the femur bones coming into the pelvis. The right hip is rotating forward. Core is engaged. Lower back has no pressure. Feel the lift from your chest and melt the lower ribs. So that's a lot of cues, but why not? Exhale, warrior B. We'll open up the feet a little bit more and work on the lunging a little bit more. Actually, I'll face this way on this side. There we go. Good. Straightening the front leg. Step in for your Trikonasana. So this is classic rocket sequencing, going through the classical first 6 Ashtanga Yoga standing poses without Padangusthasana, but use the Ujjayi breath. Exhale, both hands down and step in enough to square your hips. So now the right foot rotates forward and we lift the left arm. One more breath. Turning and twisting, exhaling, surrendering. Good, and then raising back up into warrior B, widening the stance. As you bend your knee, the hips come lower. Left arm on the inside of the foot, stack the arms in a T. Look up towards your hand. Notice where you feel it in your top hip. Good. Feel like someone's pulling your hand and lifting you up effortlessly. Move the right foot over a little, square and twisting prayer. You can play with the back heel being up or down, binding, wrapping, working opening the shoulders. Good. Exhale, gaze down. Hands place, float back, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. If you have a wall handy to work on your elbow stands, you're welcome to. Stephanie, as you're coming into your second one, we float the legs wide apart in a wide split upside down. There you go. Good. And just work on your hips there. That's it. That's it. It's okay to use the wall. So walls can be our friends because they keep us safe. They prevent us from overdoing it. Shoulders. Working on those hips if you're in the middle of the room. And exhale, resting in child's pose. All right, so we're going to enter into Padangusthasana from here. So from the middle of the room, lift to downward dog. Let's jump into it. Ready, Steph? So you want to land softly on the balls of your feet, right behind your hands. Jump. Land on your tippy toes. Okay, practice again. Go back. So we want to bend the knees and then we want to tippy toe. So the heels are lifted and the feet are hip distance, hip distance. Good. Better. Grab your big toes, look up. That's it, Heather. Exhale, fold. So what happens is we're communicating to ourselves when we're practicing. So we have to be internally hearing, okay, when I jump like this, I'm going to land on the balls of my feet. Okay, I'm going to land with my feet hip distance or whatever direction you want your body to go in. Look up, inhale, and slide your palms under your feet. Padahastasana. Breathe into your back. Look up. Breathe into your back. Exhale. Inhale up. Good. When you pull your navel in, your back expands. Exhale. Step out. Wide stance. Okay, so we can play with our handstand jump ups. Take your feet back a little bit. Bring your hands forward. Straighten the arms, come to your tippy toes, that's it. And now practice to jump. Good, that's okay. We want to take a few jumps there, so just to warm it up. 2, 3. Good, a little higher. That's it, Steph. Hear the inner teacher. Tell your body what you want your body to do. There you go. Good, Heather. You're already looking lighter today. 2, 3, and we come back down. And we're going to go to Prasarita with the shoulder variation, taking our hands in reverse, prayer, and drop our head. Good. Lean weight into the balls of your feet. Trust yourself. Inhaling, raise your chin and your heart. Come up. Reach up. Exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Look up. Fold over, lift your arms. Go a little wider in your feet. Inhale, raise up. Good, and push down with your legs. Reach the arms up. Exhale, grab your big toes. Now this is where you can go as deep as you want to. If you want to widen your feet or bend the knees, you can massage the crown of your head to the floor. Good, and now also as you pull your toes today, notice how that releases the shoulders. Look up, hands under our face. Ready, ladies? Rocket splits. Take your feet out. Come to your forearms. Good, and today we give thanks for another day to do it again. Good, use your core strength to walk the feet in. Walk over to your right leg. Good, so really want to work this script out for rocket teachers. Take your right hand on the outside of your hip, and you want to square down, square the hips as you come into this. So pull the right hip back. Keep pulling and work the rotation inwards. Fold forward into your leg. Even if your right hip rolls down and your back leg bends, that's okay. We can handle that. We can handle letting go of the form. Come back up. Come into center. Here we go. Pivoting the opposite way. Taking the other knee down. Good. Flexing the feet. Good. And then notice your shoulders. So if you bend the elbows a little bit, the shoulders can come back more. You can stay folded if you're folded. It's all good. Fold down. And really give it up today. Let go of the pain, the pain body, right? Lean into your left hip. And pivot and turn into straddle. Beautiful. Good. Lifting arms. Exhale. Lengthen forward. Here we go. Forward. Good. That's it. Good. That's it, Steph. Your upper back is really getting much more open in this pose, I've noticed. That's it, melting the upper back and heart. Inhaling, we're coming back up. So as soon as we get comfortable, we move. Side stretch. Side stretch other way. Good. Inhale up to center. Good. And your lift ups. Good. You can go into Kundalini from here. So this could be a new one for some of you. Drop your chest, weave your leg through the middle. Beautiful. Kundalini. All right. So how do we do that, Heather? Yep, you got it. Way to go. Good. Yep, if you want to do the other side. So we want to lift, we want to get our leg through the middle, drop our chest as we practice to come down. Beautiful. And yeah, if we come sideways, that's okay. Let's all end up in downward dog together. Look up at your hands, bend the knees, jump. Low belly, exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, come up. Lots of space in our whole side bodies. Bring your hands in reverse prayer. Step the right foot back and pivot to square your hips. So from here, draw in, draw up, and exhale forward. Inhale, push and raise up. Exhale, pivot the opposite way. Squaring the hips, exhaling, drawing and lengthening. Good, make sure you're not locking your knees. It's better to micro bend the knees. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, Samastiti. Beautiful. Take a couple breaths. All right, so what you're going to see in this sequence with our standing balancing is we're going to add in the standing split and Ardha Chandrasana. So remember in Rocket 1, there's a focus on the legs. So we want to add in every Rocket 1, the standing split. So we're going to start with Padangusthasana. Grab your right big toe. Balance here. 2, 3. Release the foot, reach up. Start to take the right leg back. Come slowly into standing split. Beautiful. Bring your head down. Look halfway up, adjust the left hand slightly forward so you can get your balance and bring your right arm up. It's half moon. Bring both hands down, look up again, float up, handstand, jump, kick up the right leg. Good, jump. Maybe you can hover, step with the left leg only halfway up. That's it, Heather. Yeah, just work on those jumps. Yes, it's okay. It's all good. We're going to exhale and come down. And we're going to practice on the other side. Grounding the right foot. Padangusthasana, grab your left big toe. Both arms reach up, and we start to transition to the standing split. Look halfway up, inhale, left arm up, Ardha Chin. Both hands down, inhaling, exhaling, kick up. Kick up. That's it. That's away. Good. And let's take a vinyasa and meet in downward dog. All right, so we're adding in, this is also classical rocket. It is putting all your weight into your right hand, side plank, Vashisthasana, lift the left arm. If you want to take it further, lift your top foot, grab your toe, lift the leg. Good. And we'll switch sides. Good. That's something Larry would put into his rocket ones. One of those you kind of had to be there because it's not on the sheet. It's not on the handout. Float to seated Dandasana. Okay. Good. Bringing your heart up. Press your hands right by your hips. Good. Feeling the spring cleanse. Cleansing our bodies, but also cleansing our minds, becoming more peaceful. Arms reach up. Exhale, Padangusthasana. Hold your big toes. Good. Wiggle, lengthen from the lower back. And exhale forward. Get a sense of creating space in your joints and the forward bends. Elongating, opening, lengthening. If you want to reach for the sides of the feet, go ahead and look up. Go a little deeper. Now lengthen from the side of your ribs. Steph, see if you can get longer from the rib cage. Boop, all the way up. Inhale, slowly release. Take our hands a half a foot behind our back, point our toes, lift into Purvottanasana. Lengthen your neck, push your tongue to the roof of your mouth. Exhale, come down. Good, heart up. Navasana. Good, cross your ankles. Lift, roll forward. You can even sit on your feet or just jump back to Chaturanga from there. Take it forward. Up dog, down dog. Good, meeting up in downward dog. Good. Jump to seated, however you're jumping through. Grab your right leg, cradle the hip, preparing for half lotus. So this is where you see us building upon a bottle rocket, is we're adding in half lotus now, okay? Bind, reach to the right, take your hand behind you. This is also really great for your shoulders as you exhale forward. Good. 5th breath. Inhale, lifting our arm. Exhale, taking the right foot and folding it back, staying on that side. Top of the foot faces down, knees together. Reach. Exhale, hold foot. Look up, lean into the right hip. So just even putting extra weight. Some of you, it's like, yeah, we all know that cue. Lean into the right hip. Well, see if you can do it even more. Challenge yourself internally. Last breath, and we reach up. Good, and we remember there's a rocket transition. Take your left foot, fold it in. Bring your left arm onto your knee. So keep your right foot how it was, Heather. Take your straight leg and fold it in. Yep, keep going, Stephanie. Just tripod headstand or Ekapada Bakasana. So as we roll forward, forward, forward. If you're tripod headstand, Heather, you can bring your head down and take it up. Or you keep your head off the floor and we float the right leg to Ekapada Bakasana. So be confused, Heather. We'll break that transition down again on the other side and later in training, okay? Jump to seated. Let's cradle our left hip. And we'll bring our foot up on our thigh. Left arm behind our back, reaching for the big toe. And lengthening forward. Readjusting the shoulders. Pull the right shoulder back. Look up. Exhale, take your left foot down beside you. Tarayam, Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. Long, long Sanskrit. Exhale over. Good. Lean into the left. Notice where you feel it in the right hip as you lean to the left. Inhaling and raise up. Exhaling, taking the straight leg and folding it in. So one thing is, Heather, I'm not really demoing tripod headstands right now. So you want to take your arm and you want to roll forward and set your head down in front of your hands. So I don't know if you're practicing headstands either. Otherwise, you're always going to get stronger with Bakasanas. So you come to Bakasana first and then lift the left leg. Boop. And float to seated. So eventually, go ahead, Stephanie, go into downward dog. Jump into handstand first and then see if you can float into seated. So kick up first. Kick up. That's okay. Go ahead and sit down and let me see if I can demo it, okay? So one thing, yeah, there you go, is if you can get your legs straight, so this would be more of a step the right foot forward, kick up, cross the ankles, boop. I haven't done this in a while, but here we go. Here we go, cross the ankles, and then, woo. Yeah, if you can get your ankles crossed in the sky, yes, yes, yes. Oh my goodness, happy rocket. Right foot into Janu Shirsasana. Fold it like the tree pose. That's it, Heather. And exhale, lengthen forward. Good. Melting through the heart. Restoring our vitality. Inhaling, arms to the sky. Exhaling, Navasana. So this is where we start to add in some more of that rocket one cross training. We're going to come back to our forearms for abs. Hover the right leg. Switch sides. Good. Switch sides. Switch sides. Bring both up. Roll back. Reach up for your toes. Lift your shoulders. Lower your feet out in front of you. Reach and balance. Core work, core work. Good. Pull your legs up and exhale. Step into downward dog. Ready, Heather? All right, so kick up into handstand and just pretend, okay? So just play with it. That was first one. Now we're on second one. Cross the ankles, sit down. Yep, just like that. Good, so now we're on the left side. All right, left foot in, right hip, draw it back, reach up, exhale over. Inhaling and reach up. Exhaling and more abs cross training. Roll down on your back and hug your legs in. Okay? Place your hands behind your head. Lift the feet, float the right leg down. Switch sides. Switch sides. Switch sides. Bring both feet up. Cross your ankles, lower both feet. Bring them up. Roll to boat, and this time we're going to jump back with wide feet, okay? So widen your feet in your chaturanga. Come all the way down to your tummy. Lift both feet. Lift your feet up towards your head. Okay, without holding the feet though. Yep. Keep your hands by your ribs and inhale. Lift and arch your chest. Pull the toes in. Good, and then if you want to, Heather, you can straighten your arms. So you're kind of coming all the way into upward dog, but your knees are on the floor. Yes. And we look up. Exhale, downward dog. Marichyasana A, jump to seated. Take your right knee, bend it up. Wrap around the right knee. Good. Look up. Square your shoulders as you come forward. Inhaling, look up. Exhaling, take your right hand behind your back, left arm up, and cross to your right. Lengthen and look behind you. Good, so we want to get that sense of looking at our past with no regrets. Letting go of any grief from the past. I was reading about that in the Bhagavad Gita, how we must live our life with letting go of past grief. Gazing forward towards a brighter future. Undo your arms. Okay, let's work on Ashtavakrasana. Okay, so take your right leg and hook it on the back of your arm. Bring your hands down, cross your ankles. Lift up, kick to the right, drop your chest. Good. If you're transitioning on your own, go ahead. Good, Heather. That's awesome. Now take it back to Chaturanga. Good. We'll get there. Good. So the key to getting us back into Chaturanga is straightening the arms, weaving the middle leg through into Kundanyasana. You got it. We can go to the other side. Good. I just had Stephanie demo everything from now on. Take the left knee up and we'll practice on the other side. So reach and working a bind. Look up and exhale forward. Lengthening and stretching. Pulling in the Uddiyana Bandha to lengthen forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale, bringing the right arm up. Cross it over to the left, twist. Look over your shoulder, lengthen and keep twisting. Inhale, looking forward, releasing tension and toxins. Taking the left leg, hook it on the back of your arm. Place your hands down like you're going into Chaturanga. Cross the ankles. Inhale, lift, kick to the left, squeeze the knees together. Keep squeezing, squeezing. Good, and then straighten your arms. Steph, good. That's it, transitioning back, beautiful. Beautiful. That's it, Heather. Lay down in the pose. That's the beauty of the practice, is wherever you are, you're going to keep getting stronger. And the fun of Rocket is we take the 5 breaths to work on it, but then we just keep moving along. So now we're jumping into seated for our 3rd and final round of abs. So we're Navasana. We'll do some obliques. So let's turn to the right and open our right arm to the side. There we go. Switch sides. Reach both arms forward. And roll to your back. Reach your legs up, reach to the right. Reach to the left. Reach to the right. Reach to the left. Reach both hands up. Lace your hands behind your head for classical bicycles. So bend the knees in, opposite elbow to knee. Yep, classical, back and forth. Good, roll up. Good, take this vinyasa on your own, If you need to rest, rest. We're going to jump through to seated and bring the soles of our feet together, opening the bottoms of our feet, lifting through our heart. Exhale, lengthen forward. Notice how much more warmed up we are than when we started the practice today. Inhaling, sit up, grab your big toes. So I like to scoot forward on my mat because we're going to roll backwards, so we can bring the legs out. And we roll over. And we roll up. Good, and you can cross your ankles, lift up, take a vinyasa. All right, jump to seated, legs extend out straight, lay down on your back. Inhale, right leg up, grab your big toe. Exhale, nose to knee. Lower your head and take your hip over to the right, look left. inhale, raise your leg. Now this is a little different. Bend your knee, raise your head for leg behind the head. So you want to work your arm around the right leg and loop-de-loo the left leg. Good, and then we're going to reverse sides, okay? So grab the left big toe, nose to knee. Exhale, lower your head, take your hip to the left. Inhale, bring your leg back up. Exhale, bend your knee, lift your head, leg behind the head on the left side. And you don't need to come all the way into this to get the benefits, okay? So we're kind of working our arm around and pulling our foot behind our head, and then we loop-de-loo to loosen up. Good, you got it. Good. Grab the insides of your feet. Rock and happy baby. Dvipada, which means both ankles cross. Reach between the legs and pull your head up for Dvi, which means two. 2 feet behind the head. Look to your third eye. Rock it out. Happy baby. Good. Take a vinyasa on your own. Roll up. Good. Jump back to chaturanga. We're getting closer now. We're going to jump and lay down on our back again. Good. So we could add in Ubaya Padangusthasana. So that's when you jump to seated. You roll back. You grab your big toes. And then you roll back up. And that's called Ubaya Padangusthasana. And you hold your toes. Yep. And you pull your shoulders back. And then we roll back again and grab the sides of our feet and roll up again and then pull our legs in. So this is Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Good, and release. Cross the ankles, take it back, or lay down on your back and prepare for back bends. Gotta adjust the yoga mat, starts sliding. Magic carpet. Jump to seated, lay down, and bring your feet in behind your hips. All right, inhale, lift a supported bridge, lace your hands together. This initiates our finishing sequence. Exhale, lower down. Bring your hands over your shoulders. Come to the top of your head. Squeeze in your arms and lift. See if you can feel more openness in your ribs. Come down. Good. Next one on your own. Good. Beautiful. Good. Come down. Hug your knees in. Rock up and down. Rock up on your feet. Stand up and fold over. Hold opposite elbows. And feel all the tension melting out of your body. Good. We've had a pretty dynamic practice today. So instead of going into more handstands, actually, do you want to work on scorpion? No. Let's save scorpion for tomorrow, okay? We gotta have something to look forward to. So let's step into downward dog and let's wind down with pigeon. So let's lift the right leg, bend the right knee, lower down. And this will be our good medicine pose as we set the hip on the floor and open to the heavens. And exhale, align ourselves with our destiny, with our dharma, with why we are here, why we are here. And walk our hands up, lift our back foot, pull your foot in towards your glute. Release that side, lift to downward dog. Other side, lift the left leg. Exhaling, step in. Look up and fold. Again, in the quieter moments of your practice, connect to your inner teacher. Come back to quieting your mind. Remind yourself you're doing great. That's what Larry would tell us. You're doing great. Walk your hands up, open your chest, lift your back foot, pull it in. And release the foot, downward dog. Hop to seated and bring your legs out. Good. Final Paschimottanasana. Grab your toes. Now arms up, cross your legs or come into lotus. Lace your hands behind your back, look up. Bow your head. Inhaling and sit up, look up. Exhaling, bring your first finger and thumb together. Take 5 slow breaths. Keeping this calm energy, let's go right into Shavasana. Bring your legs out and lay down. Make sure you're going to be warm enough if you need to put on a sweatshirt or a sweater. Give yourself a gentle body scan from your feet all the way through the top of your head. Soften your body from the bottoms of your feet to the top of your head. Bring awareness to the palms of your hands and relax your hands. Relax your stomach. Bring your awareness to the back of your head. Relax the back of your head and your neck. Notice what sounds you hear without being attached to them, but just observing your surroundings. Come into a complete state of peace. Without moving, come back to your breath. Keep deepening your breath. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, bring yourself out of Shavasana. And feel the space that we share on this earth and in the universe and beyond our understanding, the cosmos. Namaste.